We are parking here next to the lake. You have to go through Sankt Gilgen when coming from Salzburg, and then to the left, and there is the parking. If you're coming from Salzburg by bus, you take bus 150, get off in Sankt Gilgen, and Sankt Gilgen is small. It's very easy to find the way and your way to the town. Hello and welcome to Sankt Gilgen. We are in the Lake District, Sankt Gilgen in the Lake District, and what we're gonna do today is we're gonna hike Schafberg, Mount Schafberg. There is a cog railway to the top of Mount Schafberg. We're gonna do this another time today. We are gonna hike and we're gonna spend the night on top of Mount Schafberg. To hike Mount Schafberg, there are two possible ways, two possible places where you can start your hike. One is here in Sankt Gilgen and the other one is in Sankt Wolfgang. Sankt Wolfgang is like 3 hours hiking, walking from here. And we are gonna go to Falkenstein, and somewhere there will be the way up to Schafberg. Our hike will be probably like 5 to 6 hours. It's around noon now, so we're gonna arrive on top of the mountain in the evening. Yeah, the hike is not difficult, but it's a bit long. When you're going to Sankt Gilgen, you have two options. We came by car. You can also take the bus number 150. Takes you in about 40 minutes from Salzburg to Sankt Gilgen. And the way we are walking now is away from the street. Away from the street, direction Sankt Wolfgang, along the shore of the lake of Wolfgang See. But we are not going to walk all the way to Sankt Wolfgang. About halfway there will be a path up to Schafberg, hopefully. But on every corner you can see those signs. We are walking towards Falkenstein. The blue dot indicates that it's a very easy hike. It's right along the shore of the lake. The black dot, for example, would indicate that it's very hard. A red one is like medium. And Mount Schafberg is up there, it's in the clouds. Mount Schafberg is in the clouds now. We hope that the clouds clear later so we can show you the beautiful view from the top of the mountain. Let's continue. So here we got a map of Wolfgang See, Lake Wolfgang, and we started from here, Sankt Gilgen. If you came from Salzburg by bus, you're coming from this direction, and the bus goes around the lake kind of into Bad Ischl. We walked from Sankt Gilgen to Fürberg, and somewhere around here there will be the path to hike up to Schafberg. I don't know exactly where. You can see in Sankt Wolfgang there is the cog railway. The cog railway starts from Sankt Wolfgang, and there is the other option for hiking. But coming from Salzburg, the more direct way Sankt Gilgen, the hike is much longer than from Sankt Wolfgang, because we are still not hiking up. We're still just walking on like plain area. But soon we will most likely start to walk up, and there is also a place for the boat, so you could even take the boat from Sankt Gilgen to here. It's called Fürberg. From Sankt Gilgen to Fürberg, but then you might as well just take the boat from Sankt Gilgen to Sankt Wolfgang and hike from Sankt Wolfgang. So down there, just after Fürberg, we took a left. There was a crossroad, and now we are hiking uphill for the first time up to Falkenstein. Falkenstein is like 120 meters high, and same deep, and all those religious symbols along the way, they are here because Sankt Wolfgang is actually a place of pilgrimage. There is the legend of Sankt Wolfgang. To get here it was incredibly steep, as you can maybe hear from my voice, and that's the part from Schafberg to Falkenstein. In Falkenstein is the place where, okay, so it's 200 meters in altitude. Falkenstein has something to do with the legend of Saint Wolfgang church that was built because Saint Wolfgang, the saint that gave the village of Saint Wolfgang its name, was an hermit, and he settled here. He was sleeping here on a rock. We're inside the church of Saint Wolfgang, and Saint Wolfgang was an hermit. Saint Wolfgang was sleeping here on a stone. In Saint Wolfgang in the village there is also the stone where he used to sleep, but there is one here as well. And this church was built by Saint Wolfgang. That's the legend. We are not 100% sure about the story, but the story was something with Saint Wolfgang and the devil, and the devil was, I think the devil was angry because Saint Wolfgang was an hermit and faithful man, and that's why something with an axe. Usually you see Saint Wolfgang portrayed either with a church or with an axe, and the axe, I don't know how, but somehow the axe landed here. Either the devil or Saint Wolfgang threw the axe from the mountain, and that's why Saint Wolfgang built the church. But in order to build the church, he made a deal with the devil, and the deal was that the first person, or first someone who entered the church had to be sacrificed to the devil. And Saint Wolfgang used a trick. He sent, or somehow the first being that entered the church was an animal, not a person. So that's more or less the story. And because it's a place of pilgrimage, in many places of pilgrimages, you have things like that. What you can do if you visit Saint Wolfgang, or Falkenstein, we are not in Saint Wolfgang, we're at Falkenstein, where the legend of Saint Wolfgang happened. And what you can do here, when you get here, because you're kind of on a pilgrimage, you can ring. We found a sign telling us the actual story of Saint Wolfgang. It was almost correct as I told it. Saint Wolfgang was a bishop, and he threw the axe to determine where the church has to be built. When he started building the church, the devil offered him help. Saint Wolfgang asked for the price of the devil's help, and the devil said that the first being that entered the church was the price for his help. Now, the first being that entered the church was a wolf, and that was the price. It says the devil grabbed the wolf and went straight to hell with him. That's it. Saint Wolfgang was here around the year 1000, and he started building a church here, the Falkenstein church. But there's also a church in Sankt Wolfgang. Sankt Wolfgang is further this way, and I'm not sure which one's supposed to be the church that Saint Wolfgang built, because this Falkenstein church, it said that it's from 1350, so no idea. And it said here that in the Middle Ages this was like the fourth most important site for pilgrimage in Europe. It seems like we have to take a detour, path number 23 to Schafberg. So we are very not sure if that's the correct way. It said there is a Umleitung, a detour, and it's kind of muddy here. You need good shoes, but you need good shoes for this hike anyway. When you find this electric fence, it says that it's because of the cows on the meadow up here, and you're allowed to cross the fence, but it's your own responsibility. If anything happens to you, the farmer doesn't take responsibility. Let's see if we meet some cows up there. Wow, for the first time that it's not as steep anymore. I'm dying up here. I can hear the cows. It's not a cow, it's this one here, goats. Several goats. And there is this kind of alpine pasture. Okay, there are lots of goats. A whole lot of goats, they're everywhere. And they seem to be curious. Goat with baby goat. Ui. And on the other side you find this gate, and you can just, oh, we have to unlock it first. Unlock it, open it, and then make sure that you close it again. That's so the animals don't escape, but it's okay for you to pass. And it's locked. Our destination is up there in the distance. I think it's a lot further than it looks like. And down here we can still see Lake Wolfgang and Sankt Wolfgang. Sankt Gilgen would be on the other side down here, and there are mountains all around. Most of these mountains I have never hiked either. There are so many places in and around, or not in Salzburg, but around Salzburg, that I never visited. Schafberg is very popular, but more because the cog railway is going to the top, so there is an easy way up Mount Schafberg. Schaf, by the way, means sheep, but I have no idea why it's called the sheep mountain. But over there I can see lots of cows. They seem to be grazing right next to our hiking path, so I will show them to you hopefully soon. That's again for the animals not to escape another fence, and we should almost be at the middle station, not yet the top. Now we are reaching the middle station, and it looks like it's still an hour to go all the way to the top. I guess here you can have something to eat and to drink. That's usually the case in these mountain pastures. We again need to cross the barrier, an easy one, and up there you can see our destination. It looks very close, but I guess it's still an hour. It's maybe half an hour more. My legs are tired, my back hurts. It's almost 6 hours that we are walking, and I am so looking forward to some food now on top, and yeah, some rest. The view is amazing. You can see all of the Lake District from up here, but we're gonna enjoy that. We made it to the top. We're at 1,700 meters now, and we checked into the Schafberg hotel. The only option if you want to see the sunset and the sunrise here from Schafberg. And I'm exhausted. I will just take a shower now and then head down for dinner. The hike is not too difficult, but it's exhausting, it's long. It's just very long. It took us a bit more than 6 hours to walk all the way from Sankt Gilgen. First we wanted to take the cog railway down, but the cog railway only one way costs 28 euros. And we will take the cog railway in a week or two, make a video about it so you can watch it on this channel, subscribe if you're interested in that. If you have any questions about Schafberg, Lake District, Salzkammergut, or anything else, post them in the comments below. We're going back to Sankt Gilgen, that's where the car is parked. You could also walk down to Sankt Wolfgang, so you could walk up from Sankt Gilgen to Mount Schafberg, and then you walk down and end up in Sankt Wolfgang, or the other way. And we're taking this forest path because it's not so hard on the knees. Yesterday we took a very steep hiking path, now we take the forest road. Remember the boat and this place? That's right before we started walking uphill for the first time on this hike yesterday. That means our hike is over. We are back in the valley. It will take us another half an hour to an hour to reach Sankt Gilgen, but from now on it's plain. Sankt Gilgen we will eat something and then we will return to Salzburg. I hope you enjoyed our hike. If you have questions, post them in the comments below, and I wish you all the best. See you next time. Bye bye.